Hi and welcome to FridAI with me, Billy McLaughlin. We've seen conference season officially begin. So 2020, we had our spring conference this week, which was fantastic. And I couldn't wait to get back today to give you the updates and the news that I've heard as recent as yesterday from some of the huge players in the game. So we've seen Sage, Xero, and QuickBooks announce some super exciting things around AI. And I think it's going to be so welcome from accountants because it means that we don't have to learn isolated products, island software that maybe doesn't actually enhance us day to day in our industry, but it's going to be developed within a product we're already using. So this is so exciting. Starting with Sage, they have introduced Sage Copilot. You can join the waiting list now, and I will feature the video in the comments below, so make sure you check that out. And Sage Copilot is going to be embedded within the Sage software to help you, and you can ask it questions in a very, very normal way. A really great example from the video is, can I run a peer run yet? And it says, well, no, because Jane's not retained her timesheet. So do you want me to ask Jane to return it? You say yes, it will chase her. It will then prompt you when she has, and then you can run your payroll. So just that really simple bit of assistance that saves you a lot of time, a bit of a headache as well. And I just think it's fantastic. Now, I do think there are some things in there that look a bit too good to be true. So one of the questions was, can I afford to open a new store? Realistically, will these products, regardless of how much data they've got in, will they know all the costs associated with that? Not convinced yet, but they might do in the future. If anything, I think a lesson to be learned from what we're seeing is that we need to make sure all our ducks are in a row and the data that we're putting in or that our clients are putting in is good enough to return the best output when we're using these artificial intelligence models. So do join the waiting list for that. Another great example on there is that if you asked it for some data in a table format, you can export it to Excel or straight to an email. So there's no faffing around with copying and pasting or anything like that. It's all there for you. So yeah, I think the nuance of these things is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure how far they'll go in the initial stages, but I'm just so excited to see it in action. Xero next. So Xero have announced they are introducing Jax. Sounds very friendly. Just Ask Xero is what it stands for. And I love this branding almost as much as I love the Dextension last year, which was where it could attach into your Google Chrome. I digress. So Jax on Xero is there to help you, and you can ask it to do things for you, again, in a really nice conversational way. So could you please edit a quote for me? Could you raise an invoice that says X, Y, and Z? Could you tell me how much is outstanding on this bill, for example? And I just think those type of queries, if we can get support on that without actually having to look into these systems, I do think that is super helpful. So looking forward to hearing from Jax. I've also read that, I say he because Jackson. So I've also read that he will be able to anticipate tasks that you may need doing as well. So kind of like that over Keen Junior, which we say AI is very much like. He'll be able to say to you, do you want me to do this? Do you want me to do that? So a little bit less brain power needed from us accountants. Now, QuickBooks, they probably announced the least, which is surprising because a fair few years ago, we all remember that video of the woman getting into the car and asking how she could reduce the price of a loaf of bread or whatever she was making. And I loved that. And it was great to see kind of the path that these huge corporations are seeing it going. But QuickBooks have announced that they're going to be introducing QB Assistant. So QuickBooks Assistant will have very much the same impact, where it can help you with a lot of the tasks that you're doing. And they also claim to help with goals. So if you set goals of, I would really like a company with a turnover of £1 million, it will prompt you in ways that you can help achieve those goals, which is it's a really nice thought. Now, QuickBooks are owned by Intuit, which also has a lot of other products, including MailChimp. So I don't doubt for 2 seconds that this artificial link will go amongst all of their products and help you sync your marketing in with your financial data. So look out for that as well. As I said, I will put links to all of those below. And I will also put a link below to Adam Clark's post. Now, the reason for this, and this is exactly how I wanted to end the session today, is we've all seen the Willy Wonka scandal. Now, I have been following this like a hawk. It makes me laugh every day. The memes online are genius. And I just think it's a really great example of how artificial intelligence can really inflate our expectations. For those of you that don't know, there was a company up in Glasgow who advertised an event through images they'd created through artificial intelligence. We all know what that means. It looked unbelievable. And when parents took their children to the event, it didn't quite meet those expectations. So go check out Adam's post below and let me know what you think of that. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Happy FridAI and enjoy your weekend.